is Chinmay. I am from ECED. My roll number is 20BQ1A0469. Now I am going to explain a seminar topic, that is super mesh analysis in a mesh analysis. What is super mesh analysis? Why we need to use super mesh analysis? From where we use super mesh analysis? These all topics I am going to cover in this video. First let me introduce what is super mesh analysis. In a mesh analysis, where super mesh analysis is a technique instead of using solving those equations which have current source as common. Thank you. Let me coming to my topic, that is super mesh analysis, that is understanding of super mesh analysis in a circuit analysis. What is super mesh analysis? I already told that super mesh analysis is a technique instead of using mesh analysis to analysis to such a complex electric circuit or network where two meshes have a current source as a common element. In super mesh circuit analysis technique, the current source is in the inner area of the super mesh. Therefore, we are able to reduce the number of meshes by 1 for each current source which is present in a circuit. The single mesh can be ignored if current source lies on the perimeter of the circuit. Alternatively, KVL is applied only to these meshes or super meshes in the renewed circuit. Here is another definition, that is, if a current source exists between two contiguous meshes, the two meshes are collapsed into a single mesh called a super mesh, and the current source and any element connected in series with it removed. However, KVL must still be satisfied within a super mesh using the old mesh currents labels. Also, the removal of current source provides another mesh equation. Properties of a super mesh. Thus, current is not completely ignored. Provides for the constraint equation necessary to solve for mesh current. Next, several current sources in a adjacency form of a bigger super mesh. In the previous session, I already told that what is super mesh analysis and where we use super mesh analysis and properties of super mesh analysis. What is simply super mesh analysis is used when there is a common source, when there is a common current source, because current source if we have current source common, we cannot solve those we cannot solve those equations. We can solve, but it is a long process. By writing KVL, we cannot write KVL and we cannot write super mesh analysis in those circuits. To solve those circuits, I am simply taking a circuit by explaining a circuit as example. The circuit is like this. This is the common source current direction. I am taking current direction as upwards. This is R1, R2, R3, R4. We already know that mesh analysis. So in mesh analysis we have 4 steps. In first step we will take current directions. This is the first loop. We have 2 loops. In first step we assume we will know what are the loops. How many loops are there? There are 2 loops. So in second step we assume currents. I am taking current I1 in this direction, that is either in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction. I am assuming current I1 in clockwise direction, and here it is also another loop. I am assuming here I2. So we cannot write KVL for this loop and we cannot write KVL for this loop. Then how to solve this? How to solve this type of circuits? By using super mesh analysis, we can solve this type of circuits in an easy manner. If super mesh analysis, how to use it? We assume a common path, that is whole circuit as a common path in this direction. I am assuming the whole path in this direction. So we can write KVL for this. How to write KVL? If we can write a KVL in I1 in loop 1 and loop 2. So in that way only we can write for the whole circuit. So writing KVL I1 R2 plus I1 R1. Next, by going we need to eliminate this step. That means the circuit will becomes as R1, R3, R4, R2. We do not have current source, that is R1, R2, R3, R4. This circuit will become as this. So we can write KVL for this. But here there is a common current source. I am removing this common current source. Before removing current source, we have in this loop as I1 and in this loop as I2. So we can write I1 R2 plus I1 R1 plus here there is no current source. We need to assume here there is no current source. So next, by going in this path, I2 R3 plus I2 R4 equal to 0. This is the KVL equation, that is super node equation. Then here I am taking current source. In this circuit we have current source I in this direction. Here we have I1 in this direction, and here we have I2 in this direction. How to solve these equations? We need to solve two currents. So we have only got a super node equation as one equation only. How to take another equation? By using the current source. We need to take the current source equation. That is, we can directly obtain I1 or if we have the current source is in edges, we can have that is I1 is some value, that is in which the current source is assumed, so that then the two will become same. But here we have I direction, here I1 and here I2, that is common source. The common source can be the equation can be obtained by using I1 minus I2 or I2 minus I1. If we take in this loop, the equation is I1 minus I2. If we take in this loop, the equation is I2 minus I1. What is the equal to? What is the right hand side of equal to? The left, that is I1. I1 is in this direction. That is the current source is in upwards, but the current I1 is in downwards. It is opposite to each other. So the current source I becomes minus I in I1 minus I2. Whereas in I2 minus I1, the current source is in upward direction. I am taking here anti-clockwise direction, so it will become I2 minus I1 also minus I. If we take I1, if we assume I2 also in this way, then the current source direction and I2 current direction will be in same direction. Then the I1 minus I2 minus I1 will become as I. This is the process for solving supermesh analysis. It is an easy, simple process. I will explain another problem by using this supermesh analysis. I hope you already learned how to solve the supermesh analysis. That is a small problem. I am taking another circuit that is for I am taking values. I am giving an R1, R2 and R3 values. So this is a circuit. Common source as 5 amperes, and this is 10 ohms, and this is also 10 ohms. This is 5 volts. First we need to assume currents. First we need to check. We can write a KCL or KVL for mesh analysis, or we can use a mesh analysis in this circuit or not. If for using mesh analysis, first step we check how many meshes are there, how many loops. We have 2 loops. In next step we have to assume currents. This is I1 direction and this is I2 direction, but we cannot write KCL. We cannot write KVL for I1 and I2 directions because there is a common current source. To solve this, we use supermesh analysis. That is supermesh analysis. We assume the path in this direction. I assume the path in this direction. We can assume in any direction. So by writing KVL, we get in 5 volts the current is leaving from the positive. So minus 5 equal to 10 I1 minus 5 plus 10 I1 plus 10 I2 equal to 0. That is 10 I1 plus 10 I2 equal to 5. I1 plus I2 equal to 2I1 plus 2I2 equal to 0. How to get second equation? This is one equation, and second equation is by taking a current source. We have current source 5 amperes, and this is I1 and this is I2, 5 amperes. Here I1 minus I2 equal to minus 5 becomes, because the I1 if we take first loop, the I1 is in downward to the current source, but if we take second loop, I2 is same as the direction of current source. So if we take second loop, the equation becomes I2 minus I1 equal to 5. If we take first loop, the equation becomes I1 minus I2 equal to minus 5. We can take any of these two relations. So here by these two relations we get one relation, and here is another equation. By solving two equations we can get I1 and I2 values. Thank you. I hope you understand and enjoy it well. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.